What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we are diving back into some more Go Battle League Great League battles. Now, I am still slowly climbing my way up right now, still in rank 5, but we get to rank 6 in this video. And I'm using a new, well, not a new team. I used this team at the end of Season 1 and I really liked it. And I used it in my last set, so I'm going to try it again. I love the coverage that it has. Lapras is a fantastic anti-flyer. We also have Meganium and Defense Form Deoxys. And I know you guys have been asking a lot in the comments, what can I use instead of Deoxys? I think Hypno could fulfill that role because what we want is something to counter fighters, and we want something that can potentially beat a flyer that comes in. So you can utilize Hypno on the safe switch potentially with instead of Defense Form Deoxys would be my best suggestion, but I really love Defense Form Deoxys, which is why I'm continuing to use it. Alright, so getting into the first battle here. I really like this team. It's got a lot of versatility, great coverages on the meta, and like I said, you could probably change Defense Form Deoxys for a Hypno. I think it has the same potential, meaning that you have the ability to beat flyers that come in. And we have Lapras versus Umbreon on the lead, which is a pretty decent matchup for us. I definitely want to come out of here with even shields or shield advantage. If I win lead, that's great, but I'm not going to give up all my shields to win switch advantage because most likely they have stuff in the back that Meganium can sweep, and I need Meganium with a shield to be able to do that. So we are going to shield this first one right here, or the second foul play, because I'm about to get to Skull Bash. If my opponent didn't fire off a foul play right there, I would have used Skull Bash and then not have shielded any foul plays and probably would have had great opportunity to sweep endgame. But we see a charge move coming through right here. We're not going to shield again. The defenses are up, so we will be taking less damage with foul play. We can survive another one. Now we're going to go for Surf right here. This is definitely going to apply pressure, and we will likely see a shield on the Umbreon because they're going to want to win lead switch advantage, which is fine. So hopefully I can get to another Surf in time, but we can't. They decide to fire it off. And I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I could survive with a sliver of health and get off a Surf, but I don't. The foul play is enough to take me out, which is fine. So we're going to bring in Defense Form Deoxys, farm down right here, and we'll have to see what they bring in next. Now we are in even shields, but we're ahead on energy, and we see a Cherim come in, and then we see that it's Razor Leaf as well, and they make a great swap. But they swap into Aggron, which is a very spicy pick for the Great League. I think it has some spicy play in Ultra League, but Great League, it's tough. It's a worse Bastiodon basically, but we switch to Meganium now, going for Frenzy Plant. This will take out the Aggron if it doesn't shield, which is basically the aim. I want to take out shields or take out the Aggron. Now we're going to see the Cherim come back in. Because this is Razor Leaf, they're not going to gain energy quickly at all. So I can safely shield right here, even though this is going to be a Weather Ball. It's going to be doing super effective damage to my Meganium, and then we are going to be going for a Frenzy Plant right here. Now, like I said, the energy gain is very bad on a Cherim with Razor Leaf, so we can get to another charge move before they can. So we're going to go ahead and just stay in this, go for a Frenzy Plant right here. This will be forcing the shield on the Cherim because it would take it out otherwise, and then we're just going to swap into our Defense Form Deoxys right here. Now I could have just gone for Psycho Boost and ended it right there, but I know there's no way they can get to Solar Beam in time. Razor Leaf does not have that energy gain, so Weather Ball is going to hit us, and then we're just going to be finishing off with counter, and that is going to be a good game. So let's go ahead and get into Game 2. Now Game 2, we'll have to see how this one goes. I think this one was very, very close. So well played by my opponent, but let's see how it goes. I believe this was Lapras lead into Hypno. Yeah, Hypno. Okay, so Hypno on the lead is typically double punch, which means they probably have Thunder Punch and Ice Punch right here. So we're going to build up some energy, and I'm looking to go for a Skull Bash. Now, I believe I decided to shield right here just in case, but it was a Fire Punch. I'm like, okay, that's fair enough. We're going to go ahead and go for Skull Bash, and this is where I could have recognized that they are likely going to shield as well, and they put up a shield so we don't land the Skull Bash. The great thing about Skull Bash is its ability to do a lot of neutral damage against things that it lands against. So right here we're not going to shield. I know it's Fire Punch, so another Fire Punch coming through, going to be chipping away at our health, and we're just going to go for Surfs now. I want to apply a lot of pressure and get Hypno into range to farm down with Defense Form Deoxys if I can, or the Meganium. So hopefully we can get to another Surf right here, which we do in time just before they can get off a charge move. So hopefully we get 2 shields. That would be ideal, because what's going to happen is they let it go down, which is smart by them, and then they're going to bring their Azumarill into farm. Now, I can't switch out into Meganium and get myself switch locked, so we're going to go for Skull Bash right here, and the Azumarill is just going to be farming us down. The reason why it's taking so long to take us out is we already have plus 200 defenses, so Bubble is doing basically no damage, and we land a Skull Bash to get Azumarill low. But this Azumarill has so much energy. We're not able to get to another Surf right there. So we are going to bring in Meganium, and I'm hoping I can survive 2 Ice Beams. One is going to be shielded. So I'm going to go ahead, or actually I'm going to let the first one through just in case they showed they only have Play Rough. Now this next one we are going to shield right here. And then hopefully we can beat it to a third one. So we're going to just fire it off right away. I really want to get that last shield because Defense Form Deoxys could potentially come in and farm if they use all their energy. They let it go down. We're going to see Registeel come in, and this is where my mistake was made. I tried to make a switch right here, and it didn't go through. I was too slow on the switch. I wanted to save my energy with Meganium, so I could have fired off a Frenzy Plant and just let Meganium go down, knowing that Defense Form Deoxys could get Registeel within range to take out right here. Now we are going to be getting hit by a Flash Cannon. We have no shields up. They still have shields, and all the moves that we have are going to be resisted other than counter. So we're just going to be going for Rock Slide. Psycho Boost would lower our own attack, so we definitely do not want to go for that because we need the counter damage. Now we do get a shield from them, but there's really not a lot I can do, and this is where the damage from Frenzy Plant would have really helped out, because with this Rock Slide, if we would have gotten off the Frenzy Plant, this would have been very close to being able to take out Registeel. That would have been super close if we landed the Frenzy Plant. Likely we would have lost with Registeel's 1 HP in a Dream. Game 3 now. So game 2, we saw right there, I tried to make a switch. It didn't work out. Those things happen in Go Battle League, everyone. No, you're not going to be perfect. You're going to lose some battles, but as long as you know what you did wrong or could have done better, that's what's important. Now we have Lapras versus Jirachi here on the lead. So we're going to stay in for a little bit, and we're going to go for Surf because it's going to be chipping away at the Jirachi right here. Hopefully it does a decent amount of damage because Jirachi is relatively squishy, which it does. So now we're going to switch to Defense Form Deoxys because I don't want to be taking Meteor Mashes on my Lapras. So Defense Form Deoxys right here will be taking neutral damage from Doom Desire. It's going to do a decent amount, but we are going to try to commit to the farm down right here. Now I am going to throw up my own shield because I don't want Defense Form Deoxys to get too low, and I'm thinking that with counter damage I can actually finish it off before it gets to another Doom Desire, which would be amazing. So now we are at a shield deficit, but we have switch priority back and we have loaded energy. So we're going to see a Ludicolo come in, which is really spicy. Ludicolo having access to Razor Leaf, Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, can also have Bubble, but this one is a Razor Leaf variant. So I need to recognize that and know that I cannot bring my Lapras in against the Ludicolo here. So we're just going to try to get as many shields as we can, do as much damage as we can, and we're going to be bringing in Meganium. Ludicolo, being that water grass typing, is going to be taking neutral damage, and I know it has access to Ice Beam. So we're going to try to pressure very quickly with a Frenzy Plant before it can get to an Ice Beam, so that maybe we get a shield, which we do. This is fantastic. Now we are going to shield ourselves. Again, I know it has access to Ice Beam, which would be doing super effective damage. There's no way we're going to let Meganium get hit with that. And we're going to look to farm a little bit extra energy and then fire off to finish off Ludicolo right here, because whatever he has in the back could potentially lose to Lapras or Meganium, so we need to figure that out. The final Pokemon is going to be Seismitoad, and we are going to be able to finish off with Frenzy Plant right there. So really good battle by my opponent. Great team. Unique Pokemon to see. So yeah, good game, and let's go ahead and move into game 4 now. So game 4, we're so far 2-1 in this set right now, so feeling pretty strong. Definitely want to try to aim for a 4-1, but let's see what happens. So game 4 here, we have Lapras lead versus Registeel. Okay, so this is bad lead for us. We need to get into Defense Form Deoxys right away, start chipping away health, and we'll have to see what they bring in. They bring in a Toxicroak. This is beautiful, everyone. Toxicroak is going to be so weak to Psycho Boost, so I'm not too sure why they decided to bring in a Toxicroak to our Defense Form Deoxys, but that's okay because we're just going to be getting all of its shields right now and chunking health. So we're not going to shield ourselves right here. We're going to let the Sludge Bomb come through. It's going to do a decent amount of damage, but our Psycho Boosts are going to start adding up. Now, I probably should have built up more to try to go for another back-to-back on Psycho Boost so that my counter damage was better, because I know that I'm going to go into a one shield situation here on my own side because I just got 2 of their shields. This next Psycho Boost will get Toxicroak very, very low, and then this is where we risk it for the biscuit, which is why I said I should have waited on the Psycho Boost, because we are going to try to counter down this Toxicroak right here. So we aren't able to finish. Now, I am going to bring in Lapras. I do not want him to land a potential Sludge Bomb versus my Meganium, so we're going to bring in Lapras, finish off with 1 Ice Shard, and then we are likely going to see the Hypno came in, not Registeel. I thought Registeel was going to come back in. This is fine. We're going to stay in this because now we lost switch advantage, but we just gained it back, right? Because Meganium can take out that Registeel, so I'm saving my shields for this Meganium. I don't care what he's hitting me with right here. We're just going to try to do as many surfs as possible. It's going to be a Thunder Punch. We're perfectly fine. They're going to have to use another chart. Well, actually, he could potentially farm me down, which is why I'm recognizing right here that after this surf, I need to switch into Meganium because I can farm down with fast moves. And if they decide to use a punch, which they do right here, it's going to be resisted because it's probably going to be a Thunder Punch. Again, they were trying to catch the Lapras. So we are going to be able to farm down. And then the final Pokemon being that Registeel, we have a shield on our side. Now, they get off a charge move very quickly. So this is actually going to be a pretty close match because Registeel's Flash Cannon is going to start coming into range to finish off our Meganium if we can't get to the Frenzy Plane in time. Now we go for Earthquake because it's unshielded, going to be doing super effective damage, and then we are going to be going for the Frenzy Plant right here, and we are able to get it just in time. This will be taking out the Registeel, and that is going to be a good 4th battle right there. So interesting play bringing Hypno against our Lapras, but let's go ahead and move into Game 5. Like I said, we won switch advantage right there, which is really nice. Or we lost switch advantage, I should say, but they brought in Hypno because it had Thunder Punch to our Lapras. If they would have brought in the Registeel, it would have been a very tough battle because I would have to have swapped in Meganium blindly, hoping that they didn't have an Altaria in the back. So we have Lapras versus Altaria here on the lead. Beautiful. We win lead. This is so amazing. I need to stay in this fight, just farm down for energy and wait for them to make a move. Now, they are going for Sky Attack. This is going to be doing neutral against the Lapras right here, which I'm perfectly fine with. And we are starting to get low. Now we see the swap into Registeel, so we're going to go into Defense Form Deoxys now. Granted, I think I should have thrown the Surf first. I needed that extra chip damage so that my counters could take out the Registeel here. But we're going to have to see what the Registeel decides to do, because if they start shielding, then we'll start shielding as well. So we're going for a Rock Slide right here. Hopefully it gets shielded, which it does. Fantastic. We're going to continue to counter down right here. Counter is going to start adding up, and now we can start shielding ourselves. Like I said, as long as they shield, we will start shielding. So we are now going to go for another Rock Slide. Again, we want to build up just above Rock Slide to threaten with Thunderbolt, which would be doing neutral damage to the Registeel. Rock Slide comes through. We get another shield. Cool. We're shielding again too. We are just going to shield this right here, and I'm expecting that they are going to try to swap potentially into Altaria again. And there's the Altaria swap in, so we are going to bring in our Lapras, go for Surf right here. Yes, I could have thrown the Rock Slide on the Altaria and completely taken it out, but I want to save that energy, and Lapras right here can go back-to-back Surfs, chip away at the Altaria, and basically do one Ice Shard fast move to finish it off, and now we have switch advantage again. So we are going to stay in this. Azumarill comes in. This is beautiful for us. We're going to try to get to a Skull Bash if we can, but they pull the trigger on the energy, which is perfect. If they would have farmed us right here, we could have been in a bit of trouble, but they don't. So now we can safely bring in Meganium right here, and we can just start to farm down. Now, I do need to be aware that there's still Registeel in the back. They could potentially swap on me, and I cannot take 2 Ice Beams. So we are going to anticipate the swap, and I'm just going to swap myself, and thankfully we swapped on the charge move right there, so we are able to soak the Ice Beam. Then we're going to bring back in Meganium and farm down, and then the Registeel is going to be low with not a lot of energy, and we are going to be going for Frenzy Plant right here to finish off the Registeel. So that is going to be a good game. I was anticipating that my opponent would swap, so that I swapped in kind, but I happened to catch the Ice Beam, which is always fantastic. So GG's right there. Ended up going 4-1. And we climbed our way basically to rank 6. Now I believe I'm 39 and 14 overall, which is still pretty solid. I'm facing a lot of skilled players in lower ranks, which I was not anticipating. So let me know how you guys are doing. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the team. I've been running this quite a lot now. I really love the team so far. 8-2 overall in Season 2 with this team, climbing up to rank 6. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.